Welcome back, everyone. It's the Bourbon Judge. Hey, we're back at it, and let's just say I'm a little bit excited for today, just a little bit. People ask all the time, Judge, when you're out bourbon hunting, what are you looking for and why? And be crystal clear. Every liquor store, most liquor stores, I should say, do their own barrel picks. Elijah Craig, Maker's Mark, right? You see that day in, day out. But I'm looking for like that exception, that one-off, either a unique finish or a really cool story. So I'm gonna give you two different bottles and I'm gonna tell you the stories behind them, like why they are unique. And this honestly is what I am looking for, what I'm hunting for. Cool? All right, let's start with Sagamore. So this is Sagamore. This is actually, you may have seen before their Barrel Reserve lineup. This one in particular, though, has a very cool story behind it. So this actually comes from, it's called Cherries Jubilee. I love that. Cherries Jubilee. So this is obviously, again, it's coming from a group called the Maryland Collective Series. So the Maryland Collective Series is a group of liquor stores, just a handful. They are in close proximity to Sagamore, so they're like right there, and they have a fantastic relationship with Sagamore. They sell a lot of their products, and because they're so close to Sagamore, it truly is like their hometown distillery. As part of that partnership and relationship, Sagamore each year for the last 3 years gives them access to create their own custom blend. So every year for the last 3 years, typically like in the fourth quarter, so like right now, they put out this special lineup. It's a unique barrel blend, if you will, and it comes out again once per year. So this is the third edition of it. The first two that came out, they were different blends. They were absolutely amazing. So when I heard this one was coming out, I was like, I gotta get to the store. I gotta grab this bottle. The last thing I'll say about this one as well is that this is very cool because this is only actually sold in the state of Maryland, as well as only at about a handful of stores, maybe like 6 to 7, maybe 8 stores. So you can only get it in Maryland and at certain specific stores. I love that. Talk about like hometown pride. All right, so Judge, you said this is a custom blend. What is it exactly? Let me just get into the nose real quick. I poured this a while ago. Oh my goodness, Cherries Jubilee, baby. So this is essentially a 5-year straight rye whiskey that's then finished for an additional 4 to 5 years. Yes, it's then finished for an additional 4 to 5 years in 3 separate barrels. The first barrel is a port barrel coming from Bourbon Vineyards. Oh my goodness. And then the other 2 barrels are cherry brandy barrels. I'll go ahead and fly in the pic so you guys can kind of see the background and the description of the 3 different barrels, the original mash bills, the original proofs, and so forth. So I'll fly that in so you guys can see that. But the final proof on it comes in at exactly, I think it's 106, right? Let's double check. Yes, the final proof comes in exactly 106. So it's 106 proof. That's the final proof. So it's aged anywhere from 9 to 10 years. That's up there. So Judge, you can only get this in Maryland, only at this handful of stores. What's the price on this one? It has to be super expensive, right? It's honestly not. It's only a $90 bottle, which for a pretty much like a 9.5, almost 10-year-old bottle, that's pretty damn amazing for 90 bucks. Oh my gosh. When my local store told me that they were getting this, I was like, I need to hurry up and get them because I know it's going to sell out quick because there's only like, there's only so many bottles that come as part of this blend. All right. The nose on this bad boy. Oh man, it's everything here. You have a little bit of everything. You definitely do get a lot of cherries, obviously, Cherries Jubilee, but you also get like a ton of like darker fruits like blackberries, some plums, a good influence of oak. What I love is the fact that it is a rye. You still get like that pepper minty kind of a note, if you will, but not floral, more like peppermint. But a lot of darker fruits, blackberries, plums, grapes, cherries. Very fruit forward with a good influence of oak in the background. And that mint just to kind of offset it. 106 proof. Here we go. Cheers to the Maryland Collective Series. Cheers to the Maryland liquor stores that put this all together. I appreciate you guys. You guys have done a wonderful job over the last 3 years. I loved every release, and I'm hoping I'm going to love this one too. Here we go. Salute. Woo! Oh, now I see why I call it Cherries Jubilee. While I did get a ton of those other fruits, and they're still there, the blackberries, the plums, the grapes, the oak. You do get a lot of cherries, but it's definitely offset by those other fruits. And what I love about this is that at 106 proof, it has a nice, clean, long finish. I love that. Last thing I love about this one, the last thing that I love about this is the fact that at the core, it's a rye. And I've said it numerous times on this channel. You can always finish a rye whiskey 1,000 times better than you can finish a bourbon, because a bourbon is already naturally sweet. So with this rye being a little bit peppery, that peppery note that I had in the rye, which is part of the rye as a whole, it's offset by those grapes, by those cherries, those blackberries, and those plums. Damn, this is good. Woo! Ha ha! I'm getting another sip. Woo! That, my friends, is a buy. For you, I know obviously you have to live on the East Coast and primarily, honestly, in Maryland to get this. And this is a limited edition, right? This is all about not just chasing this bottle. This is about, for everyone out there, look at your local craft distillery that's in your state. I guarantee you, you're one of your local craft distilleries. There might be more than one. They have other similar options. Maybe not similar to this, but a really cool story, right? And it's honestly probably something that's worth chasing versus always just chasing BTAC, Pappy, etc., etc. Get my drift? All right. Cherries Jubilee, the Maryland Collective Series. You hit that out the park like Otani. That is damn good. All right. Now we're going over to this lovely Doc Holliday, which is a single barrel coming from Sprayberry Bottle Shop. First and foremost, if you want to learn a little bit more about Sprayberry Bottle Shop, check out this quick video. Hey folks, I'm here down in the Sprayberry Bottle Shop in Atlanta, Georgia, actually Marietta, Georgia to be exact, with Bridge, the owner. So this is one of the hottest liquor stores on the East Coast, and it's probably the most well known from a bourbon standpoint. So Bridge, can you tell everyone, why does everyone know about Sprayberry Bottle Shop, and what is Sprayberry Bottle Shop? What are you guys known for?
So thank you so much for joining us, Marcus. It's a pleasure. We've talked a lot online, so it's been a pleasure getting to see you in person.
Absolutely.
Finally. And a little bit about us, we're known for our barrel picks. We do about anywhere between 80 to 100 barrel picks a year now. Wow. Our store size is 4,000 square feet.
Oh my gosh.
We cannot ship due to Georgia laws, but we are known for picking a lot of barrels. We do anywhere between 1 to 2 barrels, almost 3 barrels a week releases.
Okay.
And Southern hospitality, like you come in and we treat you like families, like whoever walks in. So
that's awesome.
When everyone comes in, it's just a pleasure.
That's awesome.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, no,
thanks.
thanks.
Hope to see you all soon.
Absolutely. No, this, folks, if you ever have a chance to get down to Marietta, Georgia, make sure you stop by Sprayberry Bottle Shop, the best liquor store on the East Coast by far. Cheers.
Thank you.
See ya. All right. So that's Bridge. Bridge, by the way, I should say, is a super cool guy. Sprayberry Bottle Shop, if you haven't been there before, make sure you get down there. It's right outside of Atlanta, Georgia. Technically actually in Marietta, Georgia. Sprayberry Bottle Shop. What I love about Bridge is the fact that he truly is a whiskey connoisseur himself, right? So he does, as he mentioned in the video, tons and tons of barrel picks. When I was there, I think at that time he still had maybe 15 to 20 single barrel picks in his shops. This one in particular caught my eye. So this one comes from Doc Holliday. So Doc Holliday is owned by the World Whiskey Society. Yes. So the World Whiskey Society is a group of people. They source various different spirits, and then they have sub-brands or sub-products. This one comes from their Western collection. The Western collection lineup, if you will, is Doc Holliday. They put out like a lot of different like single barrels and so forth. And what's really cool about this is that when you think about just Doc Holliday as a whole, like the name, he's known as a gunslinger, right? Hence, which is pretty cool, the like little fake bullets on top of the cap there. So he's known as a gunslinger, but he truly was also a doc. He was actually a dentist. He was a legitimate dentist back in the day. So in partnership with the World Whiskey Society, Bridge, the owner of Sprayberry, was able to actually get a single barrel for his store. This one's very unique. So Judge, what's so cool about this, right? I've seen Doc Holliday before. I know it's obviously typically mostly like single barrels, different expressions. What's cool about this one? So this whiskey itself actually came from a distillery that is no longer in existence, right? There was a distillery called Ivy Mountain Distillery that was based in Georgia many years ago, back in, I think they shut down back in like 2015. So Ivy Mountain Distillery, they shut down back in 2015. They had, you know, some barrels that were left over. World Whiskey Society bought some of their whiskey. It was sent out to Texas to age. The whiskey aged out in Texas for over a decade, came back to Georgia, and now as part of the partnership with the World Whiskey Society, Sprayberry Bottle Shop was actually able to acquire one single barrel from them. So we'll talk about like a very cool story. Whiskey that was made in Georgia by a small craft distillery, shut down, shipped to Texas, yes, comes back to Georgia. The Sprayberry Bottle Shop got one of the last like 70-something barrels that were left. That to me, my friends, is absolutely insane. But let's see how the whiskey is. Let's see. From a color standpoint, that is extremely dark. So it's, you know, Georgia whiskey, but it aged out in Texas, so that is super dark. Let's get into the nose. And I will say, I don't know a lot about Ivy Mountain Distillery. I know they shut down back in 2015, but, you know, pretty cool story by itself. Oh, man. Woo! You get some real good oak in this bad boy. Oh, man. So the mash bill in this one. The mash bill is 80% corn, 10% malted corn, 5% rye, and 5% malted barley. I think it says on the front the age. What's this? Oh, yeah, 11 years. So this one's aged 11 years. Woo! 11 years. Goodness gracious. So what I'm getting on the nose is a fantastic combination of three things. Brown sugar, oak, and like a raisin note. Like a raisin, kind of almost like a grape meets a raisin note. But it's really those three things. Brown sugar, oak, and like raisins. And maybe just a soft, a very soft bit of like a, almost like a cinnamon note. Very soft cinnamon note. So Judge, what is the MSRP? I know this bottle, you know, unless you live in Georgia, it's going to be really hard to get, which I think this one just came out either today or yesterday at Sprayberry Bottle Shop. But the MSRP on this one is $169. All right, let's get into this real quick. All right, here we go. I'm a little worried. The proof on this one, 134. Oh my goodness, 134. Is that really 134? No way. Oh my gosh, it is. 134.2. Straight fire. Here we go. Let's see if Bridge knocked it out the park. Cheers to Sprayberry Bottle Shop. Cheers to each and every one of you out there. Woo! Ooh, that's good. Ooh, that's bold. Very bold. And it has every little bit of what I had in the nose matches the palate. It almost has like a the boldness in some ways of like a Coy Hill, right? Has those bold notes, very long finish, very bold finish, right? That puts some little hair on your chest. Goodness gracious. Let me get another little sip. Okay, real quick, 3 quick easy favors. Number 1, hit the like button. Number 2, drop a comment. Number 3, last but not least, please make sure you all subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you get notification each and every time I release new content. Cool? All right. Cheers again. Woo! Folks, what I love about this, it's so different and so unique. A Georgia-based whiskey made in Georgia, aged in Texas. There's nothing else like this on the market. Nothing. There's nothing in my collection that even tastes like this. I love the boldness that brown sugar meets the raisin notes, and it has like that Coy Hill, almost very close to being like a very close to like a hazmat kind of a element to it, right? It gives you a nice long Georgia hug. That, my friends, is damn near amazing. Woo! Sprayberry Bottle Shop, folks. Check out that store, and for you specifically, look for something that is unique. Not everything has to be BTAC and Pat. Remember that. Cheers.